Hey guys, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Slightly different setup today. I am actually at my partner's house, so don't have all my light and everything, but there's a little bit of daylight, so I wanted to do some swatching and I thought I'd chuck the camera on. I've got 2 more videos to go for my May Desk Bandit order. I've decided to call this one Painting the Town Red-ish because not everything is red, some of it's red, and it's, red et al. So first up, an ink that really needs no introduction, and I have wanted a bottle of this for so long and decided to finally bite the bullet. It is probably one of the most well-known inks, which is Diamine Writer's Blood. I love this ink. I've had samples before. My only thing is, having opened up the bottle, is, oh yeah, the ink smells. It definitely has that chemically smell going on. So that kind of sucks. I find it really off-putting. I haven't put this ink from this pen in a bottle yet, so we'll see if it comes through. Sometimes the ostrich ink Mocha Mousse, it was so pungent. I couldn't use it. So obviously you can see it's a super, super wet ink. Don't have the right kind of pressure with that one on this little nib. But it's such a beautiful dark, dark red. Oh, it really smells. And apparently I can't use this nib today. But that is our first ink. Such good value, these little Diamine bottles. I do just love this ink. So that is our first one. Oh, gorgeous. I actually don't know if I have, just to show you the difference, Oxblood is another very well known. This definitely warmer, richer, deeper, chunkier, in my humble opinion. I have a couple of, maybe I'll split them up. A few of these are Robert Oster inks, so I'll try and split them up a little bit. The next one I chose is Sinner's Blood, because when I did that, there's a little bit of ink there, that ink swap a couple of months ago, who knows how long ago, I got a couple of the Sinner's inks in there and really liked them. And you would have seen from the video a couple of weeks ago, Sinner's Poison, which I also really, really liked. So wanted to give this a go. I actually quite like all of the Mud Pack inks as well, of his little mini series. The only one that I haven't tried any from the $10, the Aussie Notes, $10 gold, those types of 10, you know what I mean, those ones. So I quite like this as well, to be honest. Another one in the Sinners group that I quite like. It's amazing looking at it now that Writer's Blood is drying. You can see how much redder that is and just how deep dark burgundy that is there, which is just beautiful. So for a writing sample, this also feels, well, I'm going to preface, for a Robert Oster ink, it feels like a wetter Robert Oster ink. Sometimes some of them can be a bit dry, I find. What did I call it? Sinners. I am not liking my writing today, but that's okay. Ooh, really not liking my writing. Just this world of dark, burgundy, punchy, all of it inks, I just love. So it just amazes me how purple this looks now comparatively. but I think that's gone down really nicely. I love the darker bits of that Sinner's blood when it's going into the writing sample. I think looks quite nice as well. Next up, and when people film and they have their cats come through, there's a cat where I am now, but he's not overly social, so I don't know if we will have an appearance. Will we, mister? His name is Angel. He's growing to like me. He's a beautiful little boy. Not little, I think he's 5. So I'll do another Robert Oster ink now, which is copper. It's just amazing to see like how saturated and how punchy that writer's blood is compared to pretty much anything else you put down. I actually really like this ink though. I love interested, pardon me, to see how it dries, but really loving the orangey undertones there, orange or even pink almost. So let's see if I can write, because I couldn't really for the first two. Maybe what I've learned or I'm learning is, as I still learn how to use this little dip nib properly, the inks that are super wet are going to be harder, which makes sense because it's about the pressure and the flow and everything else. But that one, it does feel drier compared to the Sinner's blood. And then I kind of feel like I had a bit more control. What is that reminding me of? It's reminding me of something and I cannot think of the name. What's it? Is it reminding me of the one from the other day, the Bloody Mary? But I think that's going to be redder. That's kind of, yeah, okay, that must be that where it's not pooling, reminding me of that, the Ishimaru Bankoru Bloody Mary. That's quite nice, but I feel like it's reminding me of another Robert Oster ink, but the name is not coming to me. Oh well. Okay, next up, definitely on the pinker side of red-ish, which is an ink from Vinter Inks. I'm quite liking Vinter Inks at the moment, and I feel like this is going to be an ink that my daughter will want to get her mitts onto, if that gives you any indication of what type of colour we're going to be seeing. It just made the little jug of water look pretty cool. It's not a jug, it's actually an empty peanut butter jar filled with water. I haven't yet, but I'm going to try and make my own swink. My mum has some resin like products, like to make your own resin stuff at home. So I'm going to try and make that. So this ink is called Vineyard or La Union 1971. And for space, I might just write Vineyard. Oh, come on. Oh, always a spelling mistake. At least I'm consistent, hey? So just a really awesome, punchy magenta. I feel like they have a place. I have heavy snow inked up in my Travelers at the moment. That's more of a purple magenta than this, but I quite like every now and then just a nice kind of fun, saturated, punchy ink. I think has some space, and I quite like that, to be honest. So I have 2 Robert Osters left and 1 Pen BBS. Let's do the Pen BBS first, and we can finish off with 2 Robert Oster inks. Look at the super dark red-brown haloing that's getting. That's beautiful. Look at this as it's dried. Are we getting cat guards in the courtyard vibes? Or I'm going to have a look. This is reminding me of, I swear there is a Robert Oster ink it is reminding me of. Am I thinking about Plum Nut? Or is that Pinker? I think maybe what's coming into my head is Plum Nut, but I might actually be wrong. Anywho, let's go with our Pen BBS Cherry for our third ink of this page. I finished work a little bit early today because it was my son's birthday celebration at his kinder, which was lots of fun and very cute. And they get to pick games to play, and it was just really nice, a lot of fun. But he did not want any photos. So we did that, and then you're not allowed to make anything with allergies because of allergies and stuff, but he was able to give everyone a caramello koala, which actually, now that I say that, may only be an Aussie thing. It's like a Freddo frog, which is probably also another Aussie thing, but with caramel inside. Really they call me Caramello Koala. But he was a bit kind of nervous at the start, but then he warmed up and had lots of fun, which was really cool. So the thing that's jumping out is the similarities between Cherry and Sinner's Blood. I think there's definitely a relationship there. I'm going to say the Sinner's Blood leans more burgundy, whereas Cherry is leaning a little bit more pink. But really, I mean, thus far, how many have I put down? 5, and I would put every single one of these in a pen right now. Now we have to think about spacing. Spacing. So as I said, the last 2 are Robert Oster ones. The first one will be Dusky Pink. Now looking at it in the vial, the sample photo definitely looked a lot darker. So I worry that this may be one that maybe wasn't super reflective. Yeah. I feel like this is it's going to be one of the not lubricated, but lighter shading inks you can kind of see that it's a bit watery. In the swatching photo, it was quite dark, had some really nice kind of black haloing to it, which I'm not seeing yet, but let's see what the writing sample looks like. It actually feels quite wet and flowy coming off this nib, so we shall see. Maybe it won't be that bad. Dusky. I'm just not entirely sure where I'm going to see those really dark bits come through, like what was on the swatch on the website. But I don't have to judge a book by its cover. I can wait for it to dry. For me personally, if I'm going to go the brighter pinks, something a bit more saturated, like the Winter Inks Vineyard speaks to me more than this. I mean, I'm starting to get a little bit of haloing in there, so maybe not all is lost, but we shall see. Last but absolutely not least is Blood Moon. I have been eyeing off this ink for a while. I think, I don't know which video I said, but at some point I think I've said I've just been really intrigued by really dark, sorry, I have a frog in my throat, really dark reds at the moment, and I don't really know why, and this falls into that category. Because the burgundy-esque is really kind of where I want to be, but then I see some of these and I'm just kind of wanting to play with them and write with them. The first thing that jumps out at me is it's reminding me of Red Maple from Ostrich Ink, which I have inked right now in my Kakamori and really, really like, actually. This is going to be more of an orangey amber brown compared to that one. It's got a rust kind of feel to it, which is kind of nice. Also realised that I have 3 inks with the word blood in it on this page. There you go. So the sun is disappearing quite quickly. I wanted to film another video after this. We'll see how we go. This is the 3rd installment of the Desk Bandit samples that I recently ordered. And this is the page of red adjacent inks. Diamine Rider's Blood needs no introduction. Robert Oster Sinner's Blood, part of the Sinners collection. I would like to do a full page of the Sinners. We'll go to the 3rd blood, which is Blood Moon. Robert Oster Copper in the middle here, next to Vinter Inks Vineyard La Union 1791. And then rounding it out, Cherry from Pen BBS and Robert Oster Dusky Pink. These 3 are probably speaking to me the most. I really, really like the look of Cherry, but I really like the look of Sinner's Blood as well. This is when the punchiness in the writing sample is quite incredible. It's giving me that kind of hissy fit Rosa Mexicano vibe. And there's some nice gold sheen starting to appear up there too, if the light will catch that. This one I'm probably the least sure about, but we'll see how we go. And no, we did that one just before. So maybe a bit of a quicker video, but that's okay. And the last bit I have for that order, I think I've got 6 inks, and it'll just be an assortment of the rest, really. Let me know if you have a favourite from this page, or yeah, which one you think should definitely make the cut for June. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I'll speak to you soon.